Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Only a look at Jesus. Jesus promised
morning we'll pray from Psalms 85.
Only a look
Hold on.
at Jesus.
I forgot I had it on loop, which it will automatically replay itself. We'll pray this morning from Psalm 85. Lord, thou hast been favorable unto thy land. Thou hast brought back the captivity of Jacob. Thou hast forgiven the iniquity of thy people. Thou hast covered all their sins, Selah. Thou hast taken away all thy wrath. Thou hast turned thyself from the fierceness of thine anger. Turn us, O Lord, of our salvation, and cause thine anger towards us to cease. Wilt thou be angry with us forever? Wilt thou draw out thine anger to all generations? Wilt thou not revive us again, and thy people may rejoice in thee? Shew us thy mercy, O Lord, and grant us thy salvation. I will hear what the God the Lord will speak. For he will speak peace unto his people and to his saints, but let them not turn again to folly. Surely his salvation is nigh, them that fear him. Surely his salvation is nigh them that fear him, that glory may dwell in our land. Righteousness and peace have kissed each other. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Yea, the Lord shall give that which is good, and our land shall yield her increase. Righteousness shall go before him, and shall set us in the ways of his steps. To my community of parity and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning and welcome. I really needed the mental break over the weekend. But was it a mental break as I wanted? Probably not, because Saturday after come from church, because church finished early on Saturday, so I came home and then me say, me go in a park, because the weather is still warm. And there was a massive party, because on the weekend there are always parties in our park. The South American communities, many different communities of them, the Brazilians, the Mexican, several different communities, all have their little jing bangs, and you would have a few black communities like Black British, and always there's a Sierra Leone or Nigerian big gathering. And sadly, for the very first time after watching them for years, the Sierra Leonean group, it ended in a stabbing, which I find very sad and depressing. Saturday evening, it kind of chipped up the rest of my weekend, mind you. But life goes on. I don't know. It was serious because the air ambulance and all of that attended. I know one of his brothers, so when I see him sometime around, I will get an update as to how it all turned out. But it was quite serious, mind you. Anyway, oh no, no. Don't mind the buzzcocks. Beanie Man, I thought you think that you're not gay. Anyway, leave that aside. The man asks me, the man, what do you sleep in? Because I want to have a mental vision of how you look in my head, how you would look in your bed at night. And Beanie Man find that very funny. Because it one black somebody, one Jamaican say it to your Beanie Man, and see the amount of fire you would blaze. Why don't I go stop sell out yourself cheap to white people just for a dash? When you can't be hungry, Beanie Man, you got foreign, a flirt with gay white man, and you not do it with black. This is why I don't like a lot of other black men, because I'm watching all the time flirt with white gay people and then on a bonfire after black gay people. Because the fire won't burn enough for white people, no? Anyway, all of the, all of the globalists, how are you doing? Jamaicans don't need help. If they need it, they don't deserve it. Because if they do, they would have stand up for it. And that we will go into further on. We'll also look into the Pastor Alves situation this morning in context to the attention he's getting on Rattigan and all of that. Somebody asked me painstakingly, I may add, to watch the interview of him and his family and Rattigan Saturday evening, and they want my public comment on it. It will be very short from me this morning because we will also look at Mark Golden's town hall meeting, the PNP town hall meeting coming up this Wednesday at Black River High School in Southwest St. Elizabeth. That we'll have our comment on. We'll look at the JLP takeover of Kukudu's funeral and all that jazz and pew, pew, pew. And we'll question the government generally on the hurricane relief issue still not yet to be seen. But I'm not too bothered. I tell you the truth. And when we get there, I'll show you why I'm not really bothered, because Jamaicans don't have a priority. And for those of us sitting on social media here, for us to be prioritizing Jamaicans when they're not prioritizing themselves, it's kind of a backward goings. Hold on to everybody. Morning and welcome. Like and share the live for us, please. Debbie Jarvis TV, good morning. Barbara Simpson. Gloria Morris, good morning. Lynette Jenkins, good morning and welcome. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson. Sheena Kelly, good morning. Good morning. Veteran Wagwan. Marcia Thomas, good morning. Karine, good morning and welcome. Good morning. Who else is here? Errol, good morning. Raymond G, good morning and welcome. Violet Watson, morning. Raymond, let me first answer about the new UK PM. A backside has two cheeks, the left cheek and the right cheek. If Keir Starmer was the left cheek of the backside, and the Burnham certainly is the right cheek, the question you should be asking, how long before the British people and the British Labour Party call for the resignation of Andy Burnham? Better yet, a question is, will Andy Burnham force to go to the British electorate by this October or early next year? Because this is not Andy Burnham's mandate. This is Keir Starmer's mandate. And if it is that he's going to continue with Keir Starmer's mandate, there will be no use of keeping him there. However, I do think Andy Burnham ought to come to the British people, given how weakened Nigel Farage and his party is with the corruption scandal around Nigel Farage. I don't think he should give the bad enough woman much time to regroup herself to be a great challenger in a general election. So I do believe Andy Burnham should come to the British people very soon, by October, in a general election, if not by February next year. But I would prefer him doing it as soon as possible. But they're all Zionists, the truth be told. They're all cronies of the Pigsraeli project, and thereby the agenda they will advance is the agenda set by the Pigsraelis. So don't look for anything new and exciting from Andy Burnham. Fire Cat Morning. Don't look for anything new and exciting from Andy Burnham. It's going to be the same old, same old. You will see the British people in no time out there chanting for the resignation of Andy Burnham. Andy Burnham is a Blairite. I mean, he is from the Tony Blair's camp. It cannot get worse than that, you see. But he was the favorite to take on Starmer, who went back on his mandate that he was voted on. So it will go belly up soon, believe you me. As you know, Britain changed prime minister like them change them dirty jaws, because you know Britain people not being fit too often. So it's not gonna work. It's good to see the back of Lion Stormer, mind you. But what we will be getting from Burnham is Starmer or Tony Blair. It won't be a coming together of Blair and Starmer. It won't be anything that the British people rejoice over, believe you me. First, let me get the Mr. Alves galangin out of the way. I see he's getting a lot of publicity via his legal advisor, as the news says, and, you know, don't know if what is going on is good enough for him. Or I don't know if Rattigan is using this to attack the Jamaica government and Kamina Johnson-Smith. Let me say here, first of all, I'm not on the Jamaica government side on this issue. But in the case of Junior Alves, who's getting the major publicity of the three people who is in Eswatini, I don't see much of what the Jamaica government can do, and I'll tell you why. And I wish they could discuss the issue more fairer. In relation to Mr. Els, where they keep saying he has not committed a crime, so why he's been picked up. Now, for somebody who is a green card or a residency holder, for the country, the host country, to sought to deport you, and we're going back to 2016, Mr. Els would have gotten in trouble with the law. prior to 2016. Whether he went to prison or not, possibly he would have went to prison. It would have been a crime of a serious nature, because the Barack Obama government would have sought, the Barack Obama administration would have sought to deport him in 2016. It would have been the reason why a green card holder would sought protection from torture under Article 3 of the United Nations Convention. That is what Donald Trump administration is still acting upon. He would have possibly received similar to the temporary protected status in 2016. So he would have been in trouble with the law then. As it is said in the news, he was reporting to the immigrations on an annual basis, discussing the issue and bringing publicity to the issue. That must be discussed in context. Now, if Mr. Alves sought protection in the United States, that the Jamaica government will either torture him if he returns, or cannot protect him from torture if he returns, there isn't much the Jamaica government can do in his current case. If Mr. Alves refuses to return to Jamaica, there's nothing the Jamaican government can do for him, because in relation to his treatment and captivity in Eswatini, the Jamaica government cannot get involved in the domestic issue of Eswatini. If it is bringing Mr. Alves back to America, which he wants, the Jamaica government cannot either intervene in America's administration, particularly a Donald Trump administration. What the Jamaican government can do is what we understood that was offered, is to arrange their repatriation to Jamaica. If it is that he and others refuse to go back to Jamaica, then it's for them to know if they want to stay in captivity in Eswatini. But the Jamaican government cannot say to the Americans, especially the Americans who do not respect international law, that must be understood especially. Generally, American government, American administrations do not have that great respect for international law. Though they enforce it upon the rest of the world, they do not. Especially a Donald Trump administration. So I'm not sure all of these publicity, what Rattigan and Mr. Alves is expecting the Jamaican ambassador in Pretoria or the Jamaica Foreign Office to do. The only and most they can do at the moment is, one, ask about their treatment in Eswatini, which doesn't change the treatment they're getting. And Jamaica quoting human rights issue to Eswatini would be expensively rich, very, very rich, given that our human rights is not respected at home. Bros, good morning. The Jamaica government can arrange to have them come back to Jamaica. If they refuse, the Jamaica government can't do anything else. There's nothing else for them to do. If the Jamaica government refuses to take them when Donald Trump was deporting them, O'Neill Morning, the Jamaica government, as far as the information in public is, would have offered to repatriate them home. If they refuse to come back to Jamaica, then there's nothing the Jamaica government can do. In the case of Mr. Elves and Rattigan, if it is that Mr. Elves told the American authorities in 2016 that his protection from torture cannot be secured by the Jamaican government, I am not sure what you're expecting from the government that you told the United States cannot protect your rights from torture. I don't know what you're all expecting. It is for Mr. Um, Elves to decide, am I going to stay in Eswatini indefinite in detention, or will I go back to Jamaica? If he go back to Jamaica, the protection he relied on as sought in 2016 falls down. If it is that you're saying this Jamaica government cannot protect you, I don't know why you want them to intervene to protect your rights. I don't know, and I don't understand. But in a case like this, the best the government could do or can do is to arrange for them to come back to Jamaica. If it is that they refuse, Renice Nichols morning, the Jamaica government cannot do anything else because you can't interfere in the American administration and you can't interfere in Eswatini domestic law. Question: did the man state that he needed to return to his family in the... Yes, that is where he wants. He wants to return to his family in the United States, also based on the that would have been a temporary protection that he had against torture if he returned to Jamaica. If he wants to return, that would be an international law case raised in America by him, which will be lengthy and expensive. This is not something that the Jamaican government would get involved in. It would be for him to fight independently and privately. Maybe he could find a charity organization to help him with the expense and the legalities around the issue, but it's a hugely complex issue. But other than offer him to come back home, there's nothing, Opal, how you do? There's nothing Jamaica can do to assist him getting back in America or get freedom in Eswatini. Those are domestic law issues in America and Eswatini. The question we are to ask in this, though, given that Horace Chang told us that these people will be free whenever they come to Jamaica, we notice every other country they go have them in detention. Why then Jamaica is working out a deal to give these people freedom to roam about? Let's call a spade a spade. Some people like the highlight issues that are self-aggrandizing. It's I'm not sure what Rattigan and Mr. Elves and his family is looking to the Jamaican family, the Jamaican authorities for, because he told the United States in 2016 that Jamaica cannot protect him from torture. It's the same Jamaican authority that you're asking to look about your welfare in another country which they have no authority over. I find it rather confusing, but Mr. L would have been in trouble with the law, Colin, prior to 2016. It would be the reason why a deportation order would have been placed on him by the Barack Obama administration. It is the reason why he sought protection from torture, which he would have given temporary reprieve from. So it's not an indefinite thing because he was still reporting to immigration. Immigration still had it in for him. They still had an active case of wanted to remove him. So to make it out like them just scrape him up so and he hasn't committed any crime. Prior to 2016, he would have. Prior to 2016, he would have. Otherwise, they wouldn't have placed a deportation order on a green card holder. But I don't know. I literally don't know where they're going with this shenanigan. But it's not me defending the Jamaica government. There's no reason for Rattigan to be honing in on Kamina Johnson Smith and the Jamaica government. If it is that they didn't offer him the opportunity to repatriate to Jamaica, then there's a reason there for him to go at them. But if it is he's refusing, his file was pending since 2016. That's why he was reporting to immigration annually. What the criminal offense was prior to 2016, I'm not sure. It has not been said. But he's been living in the United States for 44 years. He is a green card holder. America or Britain don't just get up and put deportation order on green card holder unless they commit a criminal offense. So there would have been, Joan Bailey, an issue prior to 2016, Wayne Evans, because he sought protection from torture in which he received in 2016. And that would have been temporary because he was still reporting to the immigrations on an annual basis. There's nothing that Jamaica can do diplomatically to get him back into America. I don't know if he was eligible for citizenship. That has not been said. But if it is, when a country places a deportation order on a resident card holder, whether it be in Britain if it's an indefinite or America a green card, it would have been after a criminal offense. More than likely a serious one that you would have been incarcerated for a time. I'm not saying that is exactly so in his case, but they don't just pick up you and put deportation order upon your son. We know Barack Obama was deporting a lot of people. He was one of them who was caught in that net. The courts gave him protection in 2016. That tells me it was following a criminal offense. What the criminal offense is, I don't know. I have people in the United States researching it and them not find anything upon him name. But something happened why he would have sought protection. Something happened why he would have sought protection. If it is that he wants to go back to the United States, and that's what he's holding out for, the Jamaica government can't do nothing about that. Even if his human rights is being abused in Eswatini, the Jamaican government can only ask questions about it. They cannot give a directive how he ought to be treated. Jamaicans at home are being treated same or similar. Them can't get in each other domestic issue. The best thing for Mr. Alves is to cut his losses and return to Jamaica. Maybe he can launch a fight from there under a new administration. Certainly under the Donald Trump administration, I do believe he would be wasting his time. Or his choice is to stay in Eswatini in detention for the next 2 years and wait it out and see if he can fight this international issue under a new administration. But certainly, if they have, him or any other, have refused to return to Jamaica, the Jamaica government cannot help them to get back into America. The Jamaica government cannot get their treatment improved in Eswatini. So it's for them to decide, do I want to stay in Eswatini in detention, or do I want to just call it a day and go back to Jamaica and start life all over again, or wait for a new administration and start advance a case after the Donald Trump administration fall, which it will. But the Jamaica government literally cannot do more than offer them to come home. They literally can't do more than that. Anyway, that's enough of Mr. Mandy. Why I say Jamaicans don't need any help? We really don't need no help. We have other priorities. With all of what is happening in our country, and Jamaicans sit home, Jamaicans can only take to the street when it comes to what I would call jollificating fuckeries, such as the World Cup final of two racist countries. The World Cup final of two racist countries brought Jamaicans, a section of Jamaicans, out on the street in the glory of Messi's funeral. Look what Jamaicans come out for and how much young people come out. When them same young people are that town where they, when the demonstration and your name they see them. These are the fuckery that Jamaicans come out for. O'Neill, what you said is something that always hurt me because them say it in a Britain here too. At least them have black pan them team. It's just using black people because in a Europe, yeah, when black people not perform good, they're called niggers. They get banana skin thrown at them and the pitch and all that. So using black people to try and win the game or to win the game, because that's why you say Britain came to the World Cup with so much black players as well. It's just the same old plantation mentality of using black people to get where they want to go. But when they don't get to where they want to go, the same old racist treatment come back all over again. The British player them always get it street and lane when them not perform. All British white people want them perform to prop them up. Spain is racist, Argentina is racist. All with the, as Carlos would always say, when the slave master become the slave, it worse that. I prefer Argentina that keep himself separated from we than a Spain or Britain will go on like say them any better than Argentina, but under the surface they're actually worse than open racist Argentina. This is always my problem with racism. The one where them have equality, diversity, and all of that wrap up Vera Thomas morning. Wrap up in the middle of it. That fools the younger generation. Me, but then again, your old prime minister went to support Messi because you know Messi is for him. You could have might as well go feel up being a man. Just like how the white boy want to feel up being a man because a ungo that we could have see out of it. Our prime minister.
What a match!
Our prime minister went to support Messi because you know our prime minister is a Messi fanatic. Bros morning. Our prime minister is a Messi fanatic because remember when the Jamaican youth them there play against Messi and Messi in the gas stadium go support and wear Messi t-shirt. Elga Fletcher, how you do?
Spain deserved the victory. They played well. They played with heart. What a match! Spain deserved the victory. They played well. They played with heart. They played with passion. Argentina did well. They played well as well. But it was clear that Spain was the superior team. Listen, Spain only let in one goal the entire World Cup. So it was very difficult to dismantle the Spanish defense. I would say Spain played a better game. Spain deserved the victory. Good World Cup. Great organization. Thumbs up to FIFA and the US, Mexico, and Canada for hosting such a wonderful World Cup. World Cup, one of the world's sports. The disappointment is that the Jamaican team did not make it to the World Cup. I'm hopeful that we will have representation in the World Cup in 2030 in Spain and Morocco. Let's work.
He hopes that Jamaica will return to the World Cup in 2030. John Crow, are you funding sport in Jamaica? Are you funding sport in Jamaica? Have you seen the galangin with the female football players? A donation get them to where them go, not support from Jamaica, from the ministry. Not support from the Jamaica government or the ministry. But you are expecting Jamaica to reach World Cup with what support, Andrew Holness? Maybe some of these money won't continue to thief on an annual basis. You could use it to support them if you want to see them get back to World Cup. But as long as you underinvest and continue to steal, there's no chance of them getting there. Because there have to be meaningful investment, meaningful training. Why you always love spotlight and talk bullshit? Unnecessary bullshit at that. The time you do a World Cup, you're tough than you still have Melissa victim lying in squalor. Melissa victim are still lying in squalor and wholeness. That is what we hope we're not deal with, but we'll get to that in a bit. Let's go to the labor rights and Kokodo funeral. I don't know where Babsy get the energy from, Babsy after take crack or stir ride. Because Babsy left from Kokodo funeral yesterday, which the labor right, them go on like a for them. Pansita Pickles was there. Crystal Lee was there. Babsy Grange was there dancing around the coffin like when they go dance around the grotto and the cream soda. They just made it into a tally fair. And all the Batty pastor them, the Batty bishops, and all of them in the revival seminar come out yesterday. You want to see Batty bishops yesterday? I know some of them personally. So I can tell you now. The Batty bishop them come out yesterday in full force. The Batty bishops were out yesterday, and the mother of Rahab joined them. I'm wondering if the Jamaica government assisted with Kokodo funeral, why them take it over. So because the Jamaica cultural development going in, where the radio station, the name, they just all just, for me, it was a tally fair yesterday. You don't know why Beanie Man no got turn revival as well, because him batty up just like the revival church. But any funeral you see the labor right them take over in the way how me see them take over Kokodo funeral yesterday, them have a financial role in it. Somebody if you don't have any contact with Beanie Man, tell him say go on a revival church. Because him batty up just like round the corner there. So where do we go next? Firearm. Whether be licensed firearm holder or security guard with firearm or police officers who have been given the lethal order against the Jamaican public. This security guard, I think he needs to have his throat cut. I don't know about you, but this security guard, because in law, you have what is called you have the disproportionate rule and you have the self-defense rule. In Jamaica, there is no rule except for power. The only rule applies in Jamaica is power. Look at this video. The only rules apply in Jamaica is the power we have.
Hey, Siki, man, audio, boss. Hey, Siki, man, audio, boss.
Jamaica, this was a fist fight between the security guard and an unarmed man. You've seen it for yourself, Evan Bradford. This was a fist fight. And the security officer drew out his gun and shot the man. That's not self-defense. That's over heavy-handedness. That is summary execution. I'm wondering if police officers in Jamaica think they have the same power as police officers. Therefore, the direction given by the government applies to them. He shot a man because of a fist fight. This was a fist fight. No, this big older man, them give security work to. And he look like he ain't not chent. Look at his size to the little youth where throw fist all time. Whether it's a youth or a big man in a little body. And you draw out your gun and you shot a man for throwing fists at you? Are we not see something wrong in a Jamaica? Me not think we see something horrible wrong in our country. Is either all that we need to get gun or none of we not to have gun. And that's why I love the British system as opposed to the American system. Very few police carry gun in a yasso. Very few police in Britain carry gun. A security guard pulled out his gun and shot a man for punching at him. We're in a big problem. We just have to go take abuse in our country. And we can't fight back in our country. Because police we shoot with, security guard we shoot with, our licensed gun holders we shoot with. We have to be careful who get gun in our country. Because people think gun gives them a right to kill. People think gun gives them a right to kill. A man throwing fists at you and you draw out your gun and shot him.
Hey, Siki, man, audio, boss. Hey, Siki, man, audio, boss.
Jamaica, I them place on want people to come back. No wonder why Mr. Elves decided to must stay in a prison. Because he must stay in a prison at Eswatini because he may just end up at Jamaica. And a security guard shot him. Or a policeman shot him. We're not safe. And then again, you have Jamaicans where everywhere they go, they give us a bad name. I mean, everywhere you turn Makajuk, you would have seen the news broadcast over the weekend of the 6 Jamaicans arrested in Long Island with the gun and drugs bus. Everywhere we go, Makajukwe.
Major gun trafficking bust on Long Island. Authorities say that some of the suspects are convicted to a violent Jamaican gang. Right now, Fox 5's Francis Wang is live in Mineola on Long Island to tell us more. Francis, what do you know so far?
Well, Ryan, officials are saying this all started with a routine traffic stop. And now, 14 months later, they're calling this one of the most intense gun trafficking cases they've seen in recent years. Investigators even alleging that some of these illegal gun sales took place in the middle of the day in front of children as they were being dismissed from school. Officials also revealed that all 6 of these defendants, as you mentioned, are from Jamaica, ranging in age from 22 to 48 years old, and belong to a brutal Jamaica-based street gang. During a series of coordinated raids, investigators say they seized 47 firearms, including several high-capacity magazines, along with a kilogram of cocaine and 150 grams of heroin. Ballistic experts are also connecting the dots. They say that these thieves originally stole the guns from all across the country, and they've already linked at least 2 of those weapons directly to recent shootings in neighboring counties and other states.
This was a takedown of historic proportions that will not only make Nassau County safer, but the whole region.
This case is a powerful example of how we can accomplish when local and state and federal law enforcement work towards a common goal. Trafficking of more than 40 firearms is not a victimless crime. Every illegal firearms trafficked has the potential to be used in a violent crime.
Prosecutors say all 6 defendants will be facing numerous gun and drug charges. They also say this investigation is far from over. The district attorney here today saying she expects additional arrests and more charges to come as the investigators continue following these leads. We're live in Mineola. I'm Francis Wang, Fox 5 News. Ryan?
All right, Francis, thank you so much. Again, Francis reporting from Long Island.
So, we who give ourselves and our country a bad name, we cannot go around complaining say people are the system and take set power. Let's go to some vendor oppression before we get to NARA, to the Hurricane Melissa relief and everything that's attached to it. Now, we see where the Jamaica government is determined to crush all of us. And when we say crush all of us, you see the regular badgering of vendors right across the country in all walks and all quarters. Another thing that we have seen is the badgering of taxi operators. You'll see the million and odd ticket was still outstanding. Let me see who that the door there.
Only a look at Jesus. Oh, so bow down with care. Jesus promised
Thank you for holding on and welcome back. It was the postman. Now, I was saying the badgering of vendors in Jamaica, or not just vendors, what we would call the orange economy. When you not take set pan iglas, you take set pan taxi operators, because we say the ticket fiasco and it continues. We see the price increase on a toll road. We see the attack on local farmers, both livestock farmers and or fruit provision, where if your cow no license by RADA or get passport and birth paper by RADA, you can't kill it. But the thief them, like Fly Green friend them, can go kill your cow and sell the meat, but you cannot sell your cow. You can plant and go on road with it. If you plant it off a tan in your yard, because as soon as you reach a road with it, Fly Green. And I don't know why Dr. Dayton Campbell is not coming out on these issues, because these are very repressive issues that we need Dr. Campbell as the agricultural minister, spokesman rather, to be on top of peck. Like how we see Dr. Daz, anything to do with the healthcare, Dr. Daz upon it, peck. I'm not hearing anything from Dr. Campbell on the issue where livestock farmers and or agricultural people are being repressed by this government. Everybody is being used as a tax revenue in a Jamaica. And I don't know if you realize. I don't know if Jamaica people realize that everybody the government can use as a tax revenue is being used as a tax revenue. Now you have some fest down Otario sentence side. And look at what is happening to the vendors them down there. Nothing. I've been a while gone. Well, we spoke about what did we spoke about? We spoke about the TCN issue in relation to Rattigan and Mr. Alves. But when you rewatch the thing, you will see we spoke about how the Labour right them take over Kukudu funeral yesterday and what Jamaicans' priority are, given how much of them took to the street to arrange Lionel Messi funeral yesterday. But when the issues in our country where them fit tackle, they don't want tackle it. Andrew Holness, when a fun sport now in a Jamaica, saying one Jamaica for go World Cup 2030. Let's see how far it come out of him mouth. I mean, no, say it not even get too far out of him mouth. But this is what happened to the vendors who they say they were on private property, but state authority is oppressing and repressing them. And we see that all over in the orange economy. Taximan is being used as cash tax revenue and cash cow for the government. Higglers have been repressed. The farmers, both with fruit provision and livestock farmers and agricultural farmers, they are being treated out of everything. There's nothing left for the ordinary Jamaicans to survive off of, because you remember since COVID, the nighttime economy. Yes, love, me play the clip where in the World Cup game a chat frickery. The little nighttime economy where Jamaicans used to make money off of. Slowly, all of that All of that is being chipped away. Jamaica people can't make Jamaica poor people, Jamaica Higgler class, Jamaica orange economy can't make no money again. We can't go up on the beach, them go sell. We can't sell a big event. Nighttime event have been slashed more and more. I mean, we have been squeezed left, right, and center, Jamaica people. But Jamaica people come out in them jobs for World Cup fuckery. We no benefit with none at all because I'm sure all of them will come out in a them jobs yesterday. The all of them wake up hungry this morning. The all of them wake up hungry. Right now, me know them a yarn. Me know them a yarn pop them jaw corner. Right now. But your prime minister flew first class and no doubt have a box for himself to sit down in a, probably carrying his sons or his daughters like Christopher Tufton go watch the World Cup. While Jamaicans, Ayana and Papa no Jakana this morning, and oh yes, Abina, we deal with a summary execution. We want policeman, one security guard, and one man a fight, fist fight, and the security guard take out him gun and shoot the people them picnic. Over a fist. Anytime, any poor people now get up and say, everything in Jamaica is stuck against us. If we the poor and downtrodden now get up and say, power is stacked against us, no matter who is using that power against we. I don't know where it's gonna end, but look at what happened to the Higgler them.
I'm Rasheen Blake, and my concern is that everybody is here trying to make a little living. Everybody wants a piece of the pie. So we are all here trying to get back in preparation for back to school and all of that. Some parents really don't have it, like myself. And I have 3 kids going back to school and a grandmother. And I'm just trying to make things happen for them right here. The police officers come and say that all the vendors have to. I think it's very much unfair. I mean, I understand if it's that they don't want persons in front of the actual area that the party is being held, but for everybody to believe in, that's preposterous. And then now the police officers are telling us that they are going to kick over all stalls and all of that. I find that very much unfair because everybody is trying to make a living for their children. So at least they can give us a little blight. Please and thank you. Have not gotten any permission per se. So because they say that there's no vending along the stretch of the venue, then we just take it into consideration that we would have just come on the side, not to obstruct any traffic or anything in that nature or form. So hence why we are on this side of the road. Here, and we decided to vend outside, not really close to the gate. We are all the way down to Blaze, who offer us the space for us to vend. As you can see, I have a receipt in my hand that we paid to vend. And we're here from last night, and unfortunately, I don't know, all of a sudden we just see some police running from where and we have to move and whatever. And it's not like we're close to the venue. We're not blocking the road. If you notice, this is where we are. That's the main road over there. That's the venue all the way over there. So I don't understand. Oh, look how much of us. We affect them. We got it from the gas station people. Here it is.
So the gas station gave you permission?
Yes, because this is private property. But even with that, they're sent to move us still. And all of us is sitting here on private property. The boat was so expensive this year. I couldn't afford it. But I've been there on several occasions doing show on that venue. But the show is pricey. We have to just journey back to Kingston and everything just spoiled.
So you're from Kingston?
Yes, all about goods is perishable goods. The goods is show. I've always been on Rebel Salute. I did Sashi. Got a few shows there.
But you just can't afford this.
I couldn't afford this one.
Poor people can't make no money in Jamaica anymore, you know. I don't know if you know, sister, we are being pushed out little by little. And then if you fancy front or sell anymore, so basically they might tell you, so we figure scam. We figure scam or we figure take up badness so the government can shoot with them adult. Because we don't have no other choice, because we have to live. We have to live. If we can't make a living by legal means, we're going to have to make it some way, somehow. We literally have to go make it some way, somehow. So if we can't do the legal means, we're going to have to go the means where the government want we figure to shoot with them. Because they want brand we as criminal. The government don't have no job for we because the job them what them are talk about. See all them what that in the BPO sector. Since COVID and all sort, all of those things have been moved from Jamaica, and when I move AI, I take over. I saw the vendors then when I was leaving down, and I were on the opposite side of the venue, and there were no reason to run those people up. Especially the people them say private, and they say them use that property before because of the gas station own that property and give them permission. It's not that they're causing any problem to the event. It's that the government don't want with him make a living. This government don't want poor people to make a living, whether you're a higgler in the market or a daytime higgler, or you're a taxi operator, or you're a local farmer. It's bare oppression. And Jamaica people spending time yesterday jollificating and glorificating over football when what we should be focusing on is what the government is doing to us as a people. When we're going to prioritize with self and stop focus on the international community and them fuckery. You know how much it Spanish them and make out of tourism in our country? Now we're going to go to Hurricane Melissa and the oppression of it. Now, the People's National Party has organized a town hall meeting in Black River High School for this coming Wednesday, the 22nd. Now, I have several views on this. It is a good thing in one way, but for me, this should have come much earlier. Because St. Elizabeth, of course, the PNP is going to want to win it in the next election, Southwest St. Elizabeth. But the entire St. Elizabeth anyway. And even though they did not win, this is the time where them to make them presence known by speaking up and standing up for the people. I regularly call out Miranda on that. better late than never, but I think it come a bit too late. 10 months down the road, with all of what's been going on, I think it's a bit come too late. The other side of this, if this is being treated politically, where only PNP supporters attend this town hall meeting, it will do nothing to advance what the PNP may be trying to do, because it would be just preaching to the converted, preaching to the choir as usual. So I'm hoping that the people of St. Elizabeth can see this as a national issue, as a Jamaica issue, rather than treating it political. And I hope that the PNP treat it in that way also, Leon McIntyre. I hope that is the way it is treated by the People's National Party, who has organized this town hall. Honestly, this should have been much earlier from all the way ago. Now we see Floyd Green and Gugu Gaga. I don't know if I told them Sisema Gold in them a Plantown Hall meeting. Them run gas St. Elizabeth. But what they go down there go do? Nothing. Further picture opportunity and optics. This whole lot of optics and picture opportunity and all of that will not build back Southwest St. Elizabeth, will not build back the historic town of Black River, where Edmund Bartlett already tell we say, them are going to sell it off to investors because if you're not going to turn it touristic, it means you're all going to crop it up and give it to investors. If you hear about boats turn over in Guyana, many fear that. Yes, I heard it this morning. I saw something on Instagram about it this morning where about 100 and odd people were on the boat. 60 something is accounted for, and another 60 odd are still missing, feared dead. We probably get more information on that tonight, but the information coming in is not full force at the moment on that issue. However, them going to St. Elizabeth, them going to Black River, does not do anything because it's all a land grab. I don't think Ivan O'Connor has been listening to what I'm saying. Minister PNP I got Black River for PNP only. But Jamaica people have a way of politicizing things, and labor right will keep away from the event. Am I saying anything that's not real? If it is that happens, it would be a preaching to the choir. I don't think you're listening. When the PNP have a way of just come on my platform and spout out without actually listening to what I have said. Anyway, never mind. PNP, deaf ears always get trouble. $133 on board. 67 rescued, 2 confirmed dead. Wow. It's not that Mr. Mark Golden them a go down there as a PNP thing. But if Labour Right refuse not to attend the meeting, it would turn out into a just preaching to the choir. and it will do nothing to advance what ought to be advanced. I think that's simple for anybody to understand. But Flight Green and Google Gaga, them going down there with the whole heap of picture taking since October 29, October 30 last year. Enough picture and camera take down a Black River through St. Elizabeth, and we've seen no help been advanced for the people. Because even yesterday, me put the flyers in the parity group, and me tell the people them, please attend. Because me know say the labor right them in a parity, we don't attend the meeting. And Flight Green not doing anything to support them. Flight Green is not paying any attention to them. So everybody must attend and put them concern forward. Because if a PNP alone attend, it would be a preaching to the choir that does nothing to advance St. Elizabeth or Southwest St. Elizabeth. Now let's go to a video from Cliff Hughes about 2 months ago. About 2 months ago, Cliff Hughes would have done this video or more. And the problem still remains the same. Everybody know the problem still remains the same. Everybody
it is unacceptable
in the diaspora.
It is
saw how Andrew Holness collected on the back of the people who have been affected, and not 1 inch of help to St. Elizabeth or Westmoreland. The people living in Westmoreland which were kicked out of Petersfield School, who were told that them are going to get shelter in the name of those shoebox containers. Up until now, how much months ago, Andrew Holness tell us that the container them coming in the country and them a make preparation and the people them will get them soon. Up until now, the base them don't even finish yet. The base them still there, rough and tumble. And Jamaica people are concerned about World Cup football rather than come out and stand up for themselves. A World Cup football them concerned about. Something wanna na nyamafa. Something wanna get up this man and still a yarn.
It is unacceptable that 6.5 months after Melissa, with people still without roofs over their heads, yes, we have spent less than 2%. And certain procedures have not been followed, especially where the financial sector institutions are concerned. Amounts totaling nearly $16 million withheld between October and December 2025 were due to be transferred to ODPEM by mid-February 26. But none of the withheld funds had been transferred up to March 9, 2026. Now that is a kind of bureaucratic red tape, yeah, that we need to cut through and get rid of. Because people of Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Hanover are suffering. That is the real problem, the real beer in the room. More powers to Pamela Monroe Ellis and the Auditor General staff. Because this argument about NARA can't get the work done because it's going to be a free-for-all, too much centralized power. This is what we need. Real-time audit. Yeah? So she can go in there with her staff and say, hey, this happened. Not to wait until a year or 2 years later. This is a formula that we can use.
Lowell Clark, morning and welcome.
It is unacceptable.
With a centralized NARA, less is going to be done than more. With an inexperienced NARA, with a friend and family NARA, because what we hear this government speaking of under the NARA Galangin, it's not about the people or the communities affected by Hurricane Melissa.
Shortcomings with the agencies.
It's about the government long-term plan. It's about the government lies that them regularly tell us from 2015 to now of his infrastructure development. What Andrew Holness is doing is his infrastructure development rather than the rebuilding of Jamaicans' lives across the hurricane zone, across the battered zone. When you hear Andrew Holness and him people them talk, it's about their plan to make themselves look good. New highway, new hospital, new airport. Maybe the government even not talk about rebuilding schools. Something that should have already happened. We're 10 months on. We are 10 months on from Hurricane Melissa. And we are talking about schools. Schools no repair yet. The schools them wouldn't still a plan for use if a hurricane are going to attack us this season. It's not yet been repaired. And of them we walk and call shelter in our country. And of them there's something that Jamaica people concerned. Jamaica people take road for very messy yesterday. You know how much Andrew get away with while Una focus on World Cup football over the last so much weeks? You know how much rug this government pull from under with feet over the last 2 weeks when we had frown and jollificate over football fuckery? Thank God I have not watched one of these matches since the whole fuckery began to end. Not one.
There are shortcomings with the agencies. It has to be better to adjust.
Let me start with you, Ambassador. Why do you think the UDC should be doing this and not NARA?
Let me ask you something. If you were in an accident, would you want to bring an infant to help you to recover?
No, sir.
No. That's precisely what we're saying. You cannot be in the kind of state that the Western Jamaica is in and say you're creating an infant to come and lead the recovery. And worse than that, you have agencies which have been doing this for years. So if there are shortcomings with the agencies, it has to be better to adjust and magnify those agencies rather than to create something which will not have the excuse to say that it has its right to make its own mistakes. So we think that the agencies which have been around should be the ones. And let us remember that we have 8 months since the hurricane, since the destruction, and people are living in misery.
Dr. Hamilton, let me play devil's advocate here. Would you not want to give NARA a chance to prove themselves, or no?
Well, I noticed that you basically in the description there said a long road to recovery. So, I mean, you built that into the model as be a long road to recovery, which ties into what he says about infants. And infant will be moving at, half a mile per hour. Somebody who's mature in the job will move much faster. So already you seem to agree that it'll be a long road. I don't know what caused you to, but anyway, to talk about a long road, that's expectation. It's when you are in a crisis, the learning curve has to be very short. There's no learning curve. Japan was destroyed in 1945, and by 1968, it became the third largest economy in the world. Okay? It was totally destroyed. So being destroyed is a bad thing, but it's also a way to start all over again, but start off great and start off fast. So UDC, and by the way, it's not UDC, you call it, I think it's UDC, Urban Development Corporation. I think you had the name a little wrong there, but anyway. UDC has been around from 1967? It's about that time, yeah. And it became fully financially, independent since 1989. Now, you have a company called Jamaica, which has some subsidiaries, one called UDC. The company called Jamaica can't even pay its housekeeping bill. It's broke. So I'm looking at it straight from a finance.
Sir, I disagree with you. Jamaica not broke. Jamaica have all heap of money with politician thief on an annual basis. Jamaica don't broke. Jamaica has been mismanaged and misappropriated. Jamaica has been mismanaged and Jamaica money has been misappropriated. Jamaica not broke. We don't stop walking and talk that lie there.
Financial economic. I'm an economic person, a financial person. So it's broke. The UDC has been successful. Is a powerhouse of, when you want to find competent Jamaicans in engineering and development, they're all at UDC. And I should declare here, disclose here that I've done the management audit a few years ago. So I'm not talking about what I read in the newspaper. I've worked on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was no need for NARA. Absolutely no need for NARA other than Andrew Holness using NARA as a super agency to control Jamaica left, right, and center. There was no need for NARA because UDC and other agencies exist that can rebuild Jamaica. The time that we have wasted legislating NARA, an agency that Andrew Holness will use to rob Jamaica blindly, to take away power from existing organizations and MPs and everybody. We're still not hearing, let's just listen to Rocky Mead. We're still not hearing anything about the people who we get insurance to look after, who we get the loan to look after, who we get the gifts and donations to look after. Not a word, not a single word about those people. But we're hearing about all sorts of different projects where the government have on hands.
I'm Rocky Mead. I'm the Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister. Today we looked at projects we want to prioritize for NARA support. Of course,
project they're going to prioritize for NARA support, not communities or people or victims or survivors that they're going to prioritize. Andrew Holness's projects.
The Office of the Prime Minister has several divisions. We have the Defense Division, we have continuity of governance and disaster preparedness, we have the science portfolio, we have digital transformation and efficiency, we have the CERT. Presentations were done separately by the Jamaica Defense Force and the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. And under the OPM umbrella, we presented on post and telecoms, the science portfolio, and NERA. With respect to the post offices, there are a number of post offices that were impacted by Melissa and otherwise have infrastructure challenges. Whether we will do those completely under NARA or under normal government support is still being discussed, but they certainly need to be done. With respect to the science and technology, there's a lot of resilience that we will get from that. We're looking at the nuclear sciences and how they can help with resilience from an agricultural perspective and other investment there. And from NERA, we are looking at how we preserve our records, our heritage. Right now, our records are
Protect our heritage by rebuilding the historic town of Black River out of the insurance money, out of the gifts and donation, out of the $6.7 billion United States loan we're going to take from America. And then Donald Trump own and claim over it. And them something that we expect. Build back people's lives. Build back people's livelihood. Build back our historic town of Black River, rather than Edmund Bartlett that tell we say to go turn in a tourist attraction.
Stored in a colonial building that is in a poor state of repair, and we're taking a great risk here at having our heritage and records preserved in such a challenged infrastructure. The PM is also concerned about a whole of government approach. It's not only the Office of the Prime Minister, NERA, that has records to store, but the Jamaica Archives and Records Division, all of government with records to store. So we're looking at a state-of-the-art complex designed to be resilient, that can withstand any challenges we have and keep our records and our heritage intact. I think this was a very good exercise to get us to look at how to really build resilience, not just for recovery from Melissa, but to learn the lessons and take us forward in the future to be able to withstand any challenges, preserve our history, and move forward even better.
Yeah. Nothing about Melissa victim. Let's now go to the executive director of NARA. Let's go to NARA chief executive. And you will hear if NARA chief executive talk about Jamaica people up to now.
Right, so I'm here at the Recover and Rebuild Expo 2026 at the Montego Bay Convention Center. Had a chance to walk around some of the exhibits. It's actually quite a good collection of businesses of all sorts, all involved in the construction industry, and also including the financing for it. And if you do build a house, there are also some cars here that can go in the garage, and electric ones at that. So there are a lot of products here. The team, both at Build Expo and the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce, have done a good job in putting this all together. I also had the opportunity to share a bit with persons here about NARA and what we're doing, the context for NARA particularly, and how we see us working in collaboration with a number of entities, but also emphasizing that NARA's success is Jamaica's success, you know, and we can all really get behind it. And certainly we will be reaching out broadly to make partnerships and ultimately to deliver for Jamaica these strategic transformational infrastructure projects, and thereby build growth, increase economic activity. And over the 5-year period, because that's one of the questions that was asked, over the 5-year period that NARA is in existence, what do we expect to see at the end? well, we expect to see more capacity in the construction industry generally. But as I say, more growth, more spin-off, and a more integrated society, and great benefits to communities and people alike. We will have a more resilient country.
We will have a more resilient country. Christopher Oyodo, Anna. But how are we going to make the country resilient when the people them lie flat in squalor in the same country we want to make resilient? I don't understand when these people speak. Sandra Richard Samuels. I literally do not understand when these people speak. Now let us go over to Dwayne Vaz in the Poor Relief shirt. I'm sure Poor Relief get a shirt there to Dwayne Vaz. And this is the third video that Dwayne Vaz is doing on this issue. And I can see the improvement. I cannot see the improvement. It is still the same. The government go rough cast for grave. Because them look like grave to me. The government go rough cast for few grave. And they just leave it at that. And this was months ago. The first video was done. This is the third video. No improvement. The people who've been moved out of Petersfield High School, we don't even know. I would beg of Dwayne Vaz to give us an update on those people who they've moved out of Petersfield High School. Where are they? Who are they catching with? Where are they catching? 10 months on. 10 months on.
Dwayne Vaz here, your Member of Parliament for Central Westmoreland. Today is the 10th of July, and I'm standing at the site in Shrewsbury where the persons who are staying in the shelter is supposed to be relocated to. But as you would have remembered, we have done 2 videos before. We were here on the 8th of May when the persons were supposed to be moved to the location. We came back on the 8th of June to show the progress of the site, and we're here today. What we are seeing is that the 10 bases that we announced the last time that were ready are still here, and that is the position that we are currently still in. We have seen no sign of the sewage lines. We are seeing no signs of the light, the water, and most importantly, not one container house has been brought to the site. We are seeing where the contractor has done some work with regards to the roads coming in, and based on our information, yes, we heard that some work with sewage also is going on. But the point I'm making is that the timeline that the government made obviously will not be reached. And the government should have known from day one that the work could not have been done in the time that they had stated. They should have been honest with the people so we can have realistic timelines and people can have realistic expectations. What is happening is that 2 months have now passed, still no sign of completion, and anybody who is staying in the shelters or anybody who are catching somewhere with the hope of coming here, their hopes basically are seeming like a pipe dream because this is taking so long. So the minister needs to answer these questions and needs to let the people know when will they be relocated to this particular site. As was stated from their one, it should be a 50 house site. They said 20 in phase 1. We're now hearing that we're starting with 10. But as I said, the 10 bases have been prepared, but there's still no indication of when the project will be complete. So we really want to know, because persons are suffering. The hurricane season has started again, and still we have not been able to relocate the persons who were staying at the shelter. We need to do something about this right now, and we need answers. And the people of Petersfield deserve better.
Doing me feel say a Poor Relief gear that shot the God no. Me nothing I buy you buy it. But that's not the important issue though. The important issue is the suffering of Jamaicans. While we don't know when JPS pay back with money, if JPS pay back with money at all, or this is money laundering between JPS, Darrell Vaz, and Andrew Holness and Favour Williams. Jamaica people, we are doomed. We are doomed. Because you see, we don't see the importance of get up, as Bob Marley says, stand up for our rights. We don't see the importance. Our importance in Jamaica is about enjoyment. As long as we suffer in an enjoyment, we're all right. As long as we enjoy ourselves in a Jamaica, we are okay. Jamaica, we can't live so. Because let me tell you something. If we don't even need a next category 5 hurricane in that belt of Jamaica, you know. We don't need another category 5 hurricane. Because first thing to comment right here now, if one tropical storm come to Jamaica, we don't have place to go shelter. If a tropical storm is coming to our country, we do not have place to go and shelter. We have to meet the storm road. And while we've seen so much money being collected, we hear every fancy fair of plans. Every fancy fair of plans, but nothing that concerns the rebuilding of Jamaica people's lives. Jamaica people wanna take all of the money pan. And we are hearing the government talking about its infrastructure development plan. It's every plan except rebuilding the people of Jamaica lives. Christopher, me wouldn't even talk about them and them nuclear power plant because Jamaica is picking up danger with this prime minister enforcing nuclear down Jamaica people throat. Jamaica is picking up danger on top of danger. One, the zone where we live in, and the way how we chaka as a country, nuclear is not for us. Nuclear will bring more disaster to us. Where are we going to store our nuclear waste? How are we going to protect nuclear waste in the time of disaster, a terrible earthquake, or another category 5 hurricane? We're only going to bring more death and devastation to a country. Where we all get the uranium from? So, we would even focus on Andrew Holness and leeching and them fancy fair. Because anything you see, them are pushed down with throat as something where them plan to make money off and as something where going to benefit Jamaica people. What would benefit Jamaica people is solar energy. We don't even need wind energy in Jamaica. We need solar energy. We have enough riverway and waterways in Jamaica with hydropower. Hydropower at that Black River start pan. Hydropower. The historic Black River where Edmund Bartlett tell we what it's going to be for Black River rather than what the historic town of Black River was.
My country. So Black River was all ground zero after Ellison. Well, a new Black River will emerge.
Black River built a little way now from the coastline, further inland, and the coastline will become the new touristic area of St. Elizabeth.
Wow.
So those of you who are familiar with South Beach and those areas, Vision Black River. That's where we're going. From Parati all the way back to Crawford, if you know that area. And then Treasure Beach with its development. But in building out the township, we're going to also be building a new airport in Clarendon.
What?
Yes. You know there, you know Ali, you know Vernon Field. Well, it's Vernon Field. Brand new airport that will be able to be the largest airport, definitely in arguably the Caribbean. Because if you recall, it was a base. And so that runway is still there in all its form, just for a little tweaking to be done. And then we're going to be building out a highway structure around the island that will connect you from Montego Bay all the way around to Kingston by way of the north coast around Port Antonio through St. Thomas back into Kingston, and that will take you 2.5 to 3 hours. And then from Kingston to Negril will take you another 2 hours or so. Meaning to say, at every point of entry into the country, the tourist will be able to get to his hotel within an hour and a half. From any point. We have Boscobel, where we have a smaller airport. But it's an airport that gets some medium-sized units.
You heard him. Not one word about Hurricane Melissa victims, all about the tourists. If Jamaica need any development in transport, it's certainly trains, a high-speed rail link that would take more people off the bad road them where kill way off. And people can move around the country more effectively rather than struggling on the road them. Any development we need in a Jamaica in a transport is a railway system. Because we now go have a public transport. And I think that's the investment China need to make in a Jamaica. Develop an island-wide railway system. Because the Americans ain't going to do it. That's the development we need. And in relation to the data center, who said Wayne Evans or who? For me, data center is a risky thing and all of that. But data center, data processing investment, it would be something more beneficial to a country than tourism. Data center and data processing would provide more sustainable jobs, will provide more higher paid jobs than the slavery we're going in the tourism industry. We don't need more tourism investment in a Jamaica. Because we not benefit from it. We're not benefiting from tourism. So the data center for me, I would have preferred that. I would prefer that type of investment because these data center These are the multi-billion-dollar investment rather than the tourism whenever we're not going to benefit with none at all. Trust me, more investment in the tourism industry is no benefit to Jamaica. So maybe we need investment will bring sustainable jobs, higher paid jobs than the salon slave industry of tourism. We have not benefited from tourism over the years, and we will not, beg your pardon, we will not benefit from tourism because it's not geared to the Jamaican economy. Tourism is geared to Europe and America. Europe and America earn the big dash and the big buck out of tourism in Jamaica. All we get is the little kreng and the little grang. That's all we get. So I would have favored data center investment over the whole tourism bullshit. White people make enough out of tourism. And what I would encourage China to do is invest in an island-wide rail system. That's what Jamaica needs. Jamaica don't need airport. We have 3 already. And I mainly drug dealing they use for. We have 3 airport and a drug dealing and weapon dealing they use for, so we don't need more. What we need is a high-speed rail link island-wide that can move us around Jamaica, that can take more people off of the bad road, because it would be cheaper. Sharon, how you do? It would be cheaper to travel by train than drive through the toll. It would be cheaper to travel by train in our country than drive through the toll on a day-to-day basis. So Jamaicans wouldn't save money and we wouldn't save lives. We wouldn't save money and we wouldn't save lives. I was listening to Nationwide on Thursday or Friday when the big accident happened at Trelawney. And there was one Nationwide person, Jamrock Oyedo, on the ground, were calling and I give Tanya and George update on the actual going live while it was unfolding. He spoke of ambulance on the scene. He spoke of police on the scene. Not ambulance, fire brigade and police. But can't remember I heard him speaking of ambulance. That's one of the things where we need investment in our country. The money where we're going to take build airport, Jankro. Because Andrew Holness had talked about airport and Negril. Edmund Bartlett had talked about airport at Vernon Field. And we don't have ambulance. Hello? Hello? Andrew Holness is talking about airport at Vernon, at Negril, a Little London. Edmund Bartlett is talking about airport in Clarendon, Vernon Field. We don't need those things. We need an ambulance fleet in our country. We need a national rail service in Jamaica. That will probably save more lives. Because less people will use the road because it may actually be cheaper to use the rail system on a weekly basis, going to and fro. Jamaica, it's not working out for us, Rob Morning. But if we Jamaicans don't get up and stand up for ourselves, this government is going to take us for a ride continuously. This government is going to take us for a ride continuously. And we're not going to see no benefit. We cannot continue like this, Jamaica. And make me remind you if you never see everybody a walk and shoot after we. We're sitting ducks in our country. When a security guard can shoot a man, if it thump out of him, when a security guard can take out his gun and shoot a man, if it thump out of him, Jamaica, we're not safe. We're in danger every twist and every turn we take as a people. Danger surround we. And we don't see it for what it is.
Hey, Siki, man, audio, boss. Hey, Siki, man, audio, boss.
Yeah. The security guard took his gun out and shoot a man who is having a fist fight with him. Jamaica is serious, you know? Serious. We're not safe. Finally, before we go this morning, I'm encouraging everybody across St. Elizabeth, make the time on Wednesday to turn up to the town hall meeting arranged by the People's National Party. Don't make it look political by only PNP attending the town hall meeting. Come out and hear your views. Hear your concerns. Make the world hear and see. Say you mash up and the government will walk and take the loan, the donation and the insurance money. Do all sort of fuckery, but not to support the people who were devastated by Hurricane Melissa. Use this opportunity, St. Elizabeth. 1 second, the globalist. Oi. Me there, you alright? Me live, but you can't talk. Alright. Alright. Alright, I will sort it out and send it to you. Murder, yes. Oh, God. A wicked Roger called me, want me to find something on the internet and send to him. Anyway, my peeps, Jamaica, we cannot allow Andrew Holness regime to continue use, abuse, and punish we. And we just sit down. These are the things that's driving me crazy. And when I tell you it is driving me crazy, I mean straight up the fucking wall. It is driving me crazy to see how Jamaicans lap up oppression, how Jamaicans are quick to celebrate everything else, and we don't want to look both with self. So much people come out over football fuckery, and when we come out can demonstrate and show strength for the abuse, for the state abuse, the state neglect, and the blatant criminality from the government, we're going like we're all right. We literally going like we're all right. We're going like say what we experience it's normal. It is not. The level of brutality, oppression, and wickedness coming from this government, it's not normal. It's not all right, and it shouldn't be. Jamaica people, let us wake up. We've been sleeping for too long. And it's stressing out people like me coming out here every day, beating the drum. Nobody now listen, nobody now look, nobody now dance. Jamaica broke pocket young people turn up for cartel and Movado. These fun and excitement are our priority. How can you blame Andrew Holness? All of the things that Andrew Holness are do to it. How can you blame Andrew Holness when the people them, the signal what they send to Andrew Holness is that we are okay. We don't have a problem. We are okay. We literally don't have a problem. That's the signal what we are sending to Jamaica. Me don't know if we understand. That's the signal we are sending to them. We are okay. That is fine by us. We do not have a problem. And to top it off, you have a sector that cheers the government on. Come see some bleach out skin girl come out and the nurse will shut up Andrew Holness with it. But we not give them bleach out skin girl then no knowings. Because me know no soon can buy bleaching cream. And look how Jamaica get hotter. Me sorry for some of no bleachers. Jamaica people, if we don't stand up, if we don't do it, don't expect anybody else to come do it. And if we don't care, don't expect a crooked, thieving, corrupt government to care. If we who are on the receiving end of torture, of brutality, and we behave on a day-to-day basis like we don't care, then why we think Andrew Holness should care? We know it's JLP government. We know the history of JLP government when they are in office. So why would we expect them to care? When has the Jamaica Labour Party ever shown care for the people of Jamaica? Anyway, may I come go about my business. Because I just hot air we're blowing. We're just walking and blowing hot air. We're literally not doing anything than blowing hot air. Because if the people on the ground decided not to intervene, if the people on the ground decided that we can tolerate this level of oppression and abuse, there's not much those of us in social space or in the diaspora can do. And this is why a lot of us on the internet are becoming fed up. Unless we're going to just use it as a job to make money off of. And making money only wasn't my intention. My intention is to see better happening in our country, and the people demand better. No, so I have no money to buy mango until probably weekend. By weekend, YouTube will pay me, so I have to go mango-less than until weekend. But sun out of those same way, so we just have to go under a tree, go pretend say under mango tree with the mango them not ripe, But we're not gonna have mango till a weekend anyway. But the moral of the story is we're expecting the people that who do the wickedness to it to care about we. It don't go so, and it now go work. We pass social media a fight for on a knowledge improve so you can take up certain things in our hand at Jamaica. Too much people are being oppressed for everybody to sit down and nobody can coordinate themselves. Taxi operators are going through it. Agricultural and livestock farmers are going through it. Higglers and vendors are going through it. The ordinary Jamaicans are going through it. Our children are being abused. Education is out of our reach. Healthcare is broken down in our country. And nothing. What will give? I literally don't know. I don't know what will give. But I thought, honest to God, Hurricane Melissa would have awakened our consciousness. I mean, I think we have gone further to sleep. I literally thought Hurricane Melissa would have awakened our consciousness. But it has not. We're gone deeper into the eternal sleep away now. Me know say them turn over there 1 p.m. but I hope they know say Babs will come dance round the casket. I hope them know say Babs will come dance round the casket just like when dance round for Kukudu casket. Look how long hurricane done. No help at all across the hurricane belt without what charities have done. Nothing no do. People are still homeless, roofless. Schools are still roofless and in derelict condition. The roadway them where Melissa further mash up, what it already mash up, nothing has been done. And the government spent all this time on Nara. And now that Nara has become law, what Nara is concerned about is Andrew Holness infrastructure development, but not the rebuilding of people's lives and livelihood. Anyway, my peeps, thank you all for being here this morning. Lovely to have your support as always. Please do join us back this evening for your People's Point of View program. thank you very much for watching. And good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night, we gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way, prepare every the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down war and crime, fight down. Me say Rastafari, war and crime, and do that righteousness. And we love, and we love Jaja, and we love Jaja, Rastafari, and we love Jaja, we love Jaja, we love Jaja, Rastafari, preserve all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watching man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Day or night, we gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare every the way, prepare every the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and crime, fight down war and crime. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all. And we love Jah, me love Jaja, me love Jaja, Rastafari, preserve all. Me love Jaja, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight, and then DJ Twink. Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when my like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and for make out what I seen to. Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked. I sell a house, I sell out Babylon. Just talk on the Friday. Give a show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to a wicked man. Oh, what a black baby, man, show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to a wicked man. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and Joe and Stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man, Joe and Stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man, Joe and Stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.